able to tell if these swords are finely crafted or
Her two short swords are very finely crafted, yes.
all right. I will take one of her short swords.
Okay. You also see that somebody grabbed her pike and just kind of left it laying on the deck. Must have been overlooked or forgotten about.
Uh, does that count as a spear?
Yes.
I will take it.
All right.
But I mean, I'll probably just go and drop by the quartermaster to put it with my stuff, essentially.
Anything special note of these short swords besides finely crafted?
Nope, they're just really well crafted.
Okay.
So that boarding pike, it's about an 8 foot long pole, topped with a
1 second.
spear
Again,
point.
lead. Stupid pencil. All right, so 8 foot long.
Yep, it's got a spear point with a hook that hooks around backwards.
Okay.
It's a standard looking boarding pike head used to, stab or hook things and pull it towards you.
All right.
It's capped by a very large metal skull. And of course, you've already seen what it can do.
Yep, it's an extent. It's Goku's stupid stick. That can extend like 30 feet. I think it's like 20 feet or something.
Yeah.
All right. 20 feet extend. And besides that, also, I'll go ahead and sync up with my Raven, see if he started anything, and then have him continue to spy on Scourge and Plug.
All right. Now, he says everybody's been pretty drunk. Scourge, Plug, and the captain, all there have been in their cabins.
Okay.
All right, Ragnar. Anything you want to do with your 5 actions?
No, I can't think of anything, and I won't waste time trying to think of something.
No.
Don't.
Limericks or
Don't! Oh, damn it, why'd you have to say it?
morbid
No,
curiosity.
I did write one down, but it's way in the other room, so I'll spare you guys. I'll use it next session.
All right.
After all that murder and, stripping down people, it just took it out of him.
Yeah. All right. Marcus?
I'm gonna party it up with the rest of the crew.
All right, getting fucking wasted.
There's the good rum there, not the shit that'll kill me.
That's right.
And if I can do that with the shit that'll kill me, how much of the other stuff do you think I could drink?
And that's how Marcus died.
Yeah. He's like, this other shit is crap. I could totally do this. Fucking dive straight into the barrel, never comes up.
I do a keg stand on a barrel of rum.
Well, since Ragnar's not going to do it, I'll go ahead and try a performance with my +5. So, here goes nothing. And then I'll use my reroll that I just got. There you go.
Alright. So you spin a tale of how you guys took the back of the ship and fucking turned the day. How, Marcus is shooting everybody in the face and
Yep.
you're stabbing people. You don't want to tell him you're a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Cahoon is locked in indefinite battle with the enemy officer. Neither of them able to hit each other.
But remember, you're tone deaf right now, so
That only lasted for 1 round, thankfully. But I do confirm his story that Cahoon has no balls, and then the wondrous tale about the brave Sir Ragnar who killed someone while sleeping.
Oh, and you will live on forever in infamy. All right, so 48 hours later, dawn of the day after the day that you guys raided that ship.
That puts us at like day 20?
Let's see. I skipped a few days for expediency's sake, so
Okay.
should be like 20-ish.
Okay.
So, at dawn, Celebration's winding down. Everyone's fucking sobering up. Ship's bell sounds. Everybody gathers on deck. Darren, you're able to go find all your shit in the other ship. Or it was brought onto the current ship. So let's see. I haven't checked your inventory for what would have been stolen and whatnot beforehand, so we'll go get that later for next session.
Okay.
But most of it will be there. Alright, and everybody gathers on the deck. Harrigan's there. They have a line of captured sailors. Captain Harrigan faces him. Says, "Your ship is mine. Your lives are mine. You can join with us on the crew of the Wormwood, or you can face yourself a watery grave." Most of them look at each other. About a third of them step forward. Scourge goes down the line, cutting their bonds. They take their place amongst the crew. The captain looks at the rest. If that's the way you want it to be, grabs the closest one nearest to him, headbutts him in the face, and throws him off the ship. And almost immediately, the rest of the sailors are fucking waving their hands in the air like, "It's okay, we'll join. While Scourge sets about freeing those as well. Harrigan turns back to you. "Alright, you scurvy tars. You've done a right good job by me. We've got a second ship now, and she's quite the prize from the looks of her. But I still only have one crew. So here's the plan. The Wormwood will sail on to our planned destination with our new shipmates here, while Mr. Pludd will pick a skeleton crew to sail the Man's Promise, the name of the ship that you just captured, to Port Peril, where she'll be worth a pretty penny as salvage." As for these fine fellows here, he gestures over to a couple of the ship's officers. Some of them will no doubt be worth a hefty ransom to their families back in his ear. Well, and if for the rest of them, the pirate life's not for them, they spend the rest of their lives in the sea. So at this point, Scourge and Plug point out all of you to join their skeleton crew. So you no longer be sailing aboard the Wormwood. You'll be sailing aboard the Man's Promise.
All right.
You're given an hour to gather all your belongings and head over.
All
At
right.
least it's a bigger ship.
Yep. They also set about picking the rest of the crew, and we'll get to that next time.
Yep.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go down to the quartermaster, get all our weapons and gear and shit.
I heard Plug loves Cahoon, so I mean, I don't think anything can go wrong.
Please not slippery
Sure,
seal.
you
Please
get down
not
to
slippery
the,
seal.
You get down to the cook's quarters there and start gathering your stuff, and you see Crew is looking much more lively than usual.
Oh.
He's smiling, and you see him collecting up stuff and putting it in a bag.
You're coming with us?
The captain says he hates me and he's had enough of my shit, so I'm free to go. So, why not? This ship's bloody poison anyways. To the nine hells with it. To nine hells with all of them.
Sounds good.
So you guys reclaim your gear. Grok is pretty upset that you're leaving. She cries. Says she'll miss you, Ashera, and Ragnar, you weird, foppish dancing man. She
I give
doesn't
her a
acknowledge
hug.
The other two.
Oh, God.
Fucking
I
Ragnar
caught
is
the
trying to
feel.
take his fucking love triangle into like a love tetrahedron.
Quadrahexagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cop a little feel while I'm giving her a hug.
And then she breaks your arm.
She devours your soul. So you guys get all your stuff, all the loot, everything that you've had, pretty much available to you. You take over to the ship. Here we go.
Okay. So
This will be your new home.
Oh,
sorry, I gotta move you guys.
Yeah, you
over
gotta
there.
move us as well.
Fuck you guys. I'll talk to myself.
Oh, this ain't too. Oh, those bilges.
Yeah.
Those bilges, man.
Yeah.
Marcus, get started.
Look at the spider webs.
Before we leave the other ship, I go down and say bye to the Rat King that lives down
Leave an offering. Nice.
All right. So at this point, you guys are going to shift over to the other ship.
All right.
Scourge will be the new first mate. Plug will be the new captain. I bet you can already guess how the fuck that's going to go.
Well, I mean, Cahoon's the first target, so I'm okay.
Sorry, I'll leave a little bit of time for you guys to RP.
Mm.
You see, amongst the new crew, one of the freed slaves from the ship. I have no idea what Raziel looks like.
Another fucking high charisma character, that's what.
Prettier than you, Ashira.
Not after I cut him a new smile.
Just arm wrestling.
I'll walk
Well, I
over
mean,
to
they
the
are
new guy.
pirates.
I'll walk over there and I'll just be like, "Hey, so what was it like being tied up in the hold of the ship during the whole battle? Did you see anything interesting down there?"
Lots of fire, people running back and forth, a little less fire, and then some ugly ass person ripping me off the wall and taking me up topside.
Well, do you have a name?
He didn't ask for my name. He asked what I was like on the fucking ship.
Well, I'm the one that was asking. But I see how this is.
Yeah, he doesn't say, "I'm going to do this." He just immerses himself in the character and pretends that he's actually saying stuff.
I mean, to be honest, when he was going to say his name, I was going to say, it doesn't matter what your name is, and then just leave. But, I mean, now you just ruined it.
He was just ignoring Ashira because she's not good looking enough.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm ignoring Ashura because she's a child.
No, that's the wrong character. I'm not Addison.
Oh, God. And he's not Dwayne.
Well, welcome to the ragtag crew. I'm glad the captain did decide to headbutt you and throw you overboard. Stay away from Slippery Seal. I don't know if she's around here, but
Please, let her be around.
she'll cut you. She'll
You
cut
feel
you.
a cold breath run down your neck, Ragnar.
There she is! There she is!
Before you can even move, there's a dagger under your eye. She's just standing there in the shadows, right next to you in broad daylight. Just like, I heard you talking about me, boy. You want to die?
Shira sees, and I'm like, thank God someone else.
How about you give me 10 gold and I don't kill you right now?
That's a mighty nice necklace you got there.
Even better.
Oh, Seal, you're so full of it. Oh, this is Slippery Seal. She's like one of my close friends. We're real good buddies. Don't pay any attention to that dagger.
Like the things you say, he's like,
So,
my close friend
this-
as he
this-
slits her throat.
this short, pale-skinned woman fucking takes her dagger away from Ragnar's eye, looks at you, says, "Don't be like this, fuck, and you won't get your throat slit." And then she jabs Ragnar a few times with the point of the dagger to drive the point home. Just don't go to sleep anytime soon, you bitch, and makes her way over to the man's promise.
Damn it.
I'll follow. I'll follow her because I'm so glad that she's joining us. Because someone's got to deal with freaking Ragnar.
All your lunch money will belong to her. Hey man, you started it, so
Yeah, I mean, I already joined your gang.
The Mafia didn't come to you with the protection racket. You went to the Mafia and offered the protection racket.
You offered them your lunch money.
If you don't
Look,
bust
if
me
the-
up, I'll give you money
I
back.
approached her and showed her I was strong.
I thought it was a good idea at the time.
I mean,
You
it
think
kept
you
you
want-
alive slightly longer, but it does set a precedent.
All right, so I put my arm around the new guy, and I'm like, "Hey, if you help keep her away from me, you and I can be really good friends."
I think this will be fun. I'm Raziel.
I'm Ragnar.
Already his influence with Slippery Slope goes down because he's becoming friends with Ragnar.
It's
Still
like
a
that
step
episode of
over
South
my
Park.
last set of friends.
Question is,
All right, so the crews separate, the ships separate.
okay,
Wormhorde keeps sailing south, and the Man's Promise continues on northwards. And we'll get to delve into the new life you have next session.
all right.
So how's the layout of this one? I see on the second from the top, captain's quarters. So our quarters are on the same level as the cook.
Yes, all right. You'll see. Yeah, the second from the top is still the main deck, just without
Yep.
the fore and aft castles.
Correct.
So you'll see the officers. Officers are in the bow, and then of course the captain quarters in the back there. Down here on the mid deck where you guys are is the cook's quarters. The cook has his own bedroom along with the mate, so Ashir will be able to sleep separate from the rest of the crew
Thank God.
and hide herself from the prying eyes.
So where's the separate room? Is it this one in the bottom right corner?
Yeah, this little tiny thing over here with the two
Okay.
hammocks.
Sounds good to me.
And you guys
Get
can see
out.
you have an actual. You have an, unlike the rest of these plebes, you have an actual porthole. So while they're out there stinking it up with each other.
Yep.
Now this forward section, against the wall there on the starboard side, there's weapon racks. They're currently empty, but they could be resecured.
Yep. With dildos.
Yep. The bottom level of the ship, you see right there, the lower deck, is the main cargo hold. Right now, you have just barely enough provisions to make your way to Port Peril. The two big barrels you see along the starboard wall are the water barrels. The door there is locked. And you see there's the hatch there, heading down into the bilges, which are more unpleasant than the
Fuck, now we got spiders.
Yeah, Marcus, you need
Well-
to speak to the Spider Queen and, parlay.
There are only two bilge pumps, one in the front, one in the back here, so less than the wormwood in case you ever decide to start sinking.
Oh, that's good.
You'll see ladders. There's a ladder in the back of your quarters there, Ashira. There's a ladder in the front of the mid decks.
Oh, wow.
The doors at the top of both those are locked.
Of course.
And then you've got your two side boats. Hold on, let me look up what they actually are.
Too late. Chris decided to attack him with a short sword. We now have no boats.
No, I'm just looking at.
Cut them bitches off. Look at me, I'm the captain now. Alright, one is a cutter and one is a gig. Da-da-da-da-da. The cutter can carry 12 medium passengers and has a single mast and 4 oars. And the gig can carry 8 medium passengers and has a single mast and 4 oars.
Wow. What's the cutter again? How many people?
Cutter is 12, gig is 8.
Okay. Shit, this ship is huge. How big is the skeleton crew for this thing?
Not gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a pretty shitty trip.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's going to be shitty because of how little people you have, and also because Plugs is a new captain.
Yep.
Every night we're basically going to be on watch.
Now, he doesn't trust you fucks enough to leave you on watch. You crazy?
All right, go ahead and hurry up and kill him, Calhoun.
Yeah. This is your moment.
Play that track from 1 Mile.
Don't-
Fucking goes down the bilges, psyching himself up.
I said,
he's just
I now have
been
to
bitten
watch
by-
my back around everybody. Fuck.
Turns out this is all just a delusion in Cahoon's head after he's bit by a poisonous spider.
Y'all there with me?
You do notice right off the bat that the crew is distinctly separated. Everyone that is on the skeleton crew that is friendly to you has been put down here in your chamber in the mid decks, while everyone who is not friendly to you has been invited to stay in either the captain's quarters or the officer's quarters.
All right.
So we'll leave off with that, but the rest we'll get into next time.
Gotcha.
Great. So meaning that all the officer positions are now filled with people who hate us. Awesome.
Which is actually
Like I
kind of,
said.
which is probably a smaller group than what the other group had to deal with.
Yeah.